I don't bite. So don't just move up front, fill up the seats, because this part, you know, the founders have told us what they got, right? But as somebody who has been in the field for a while, I'll be sharing my experience, how to go out today and start having results. What about that? All this information is awesome. I promise you what I'm going to go through is called prospecting, which is a science of how you can easily approach somebody and get immediate results. You could be texting or emailing or literally talking to these individuals. Does that make sense? Yeah. So please just, it's going to be straight to the point, but I promise you, if you take some notes, you will be very, very happy. Because this is exactly what I'm doing. I don't train on stuff that I haven't done. And today I had 6 guests here. But out of those 6 guests, let me just start with that. I did have to handpick those I wanted to invite out here. I'm not making this up. Early on today, the founder and the CEO are still in the back of the room. Early on today, I had somebody who owns a network marketing company. He had a meeting with them. So I treat this like owning a company. And if you own a company, you want to hire your employees, you will not just hire anybody, will you? No. So that is how you have to treat your business, and this is going to give you exactly what to look at. Don't be desperate. Don't run after people. Right. When the program is free, are you kidding me? Right. So I sought the individuals who will want to take 3 weeks to get out of Egypt instead of taking 40 years. I'm serious. I'm only going after those individuals who want to take the 3 weeks to a month. Yeah. And we have some of them here. I mean, people who are actually, when I talk about the team, I think I'll name the team PhD. That's what it is. When the PhD stands for, I have people who are poor, hungry, and driven. Right. I promise you, PhD. They are hungry. And we have some of them here. We have Prophetess Yvonne, who flew all the way in from Texas, missed her flight, and yeah, you can say, yeah. We also have Roslyn and the husband, Connie, who drove in from Ohio. Yeah. They drove in from Ohio. These are individuals who are hungry. And we'll be introducing at the end, we have one of our top leaders, Kevin, who is in the back with our CEO and actually our co-founder. Kevin, at the end, we just get ready, he will be saying a few words. He flew in also from out of state to be here. That's a super big deal. So what I'm actually about to train on, ladies and gentlemen, is no joke. Take it to heart. I've done this before. Matt's organization was way bigger than mine. Mine, I built an organization of 97,000 distributors. And I have very good brothers here, like Brother Mike. We were in the dens and the living room. My elder brother, Brother Edmond, we were in the dens and living rooms. That's how I did it. So when I saw this, and it took me 14 to 15 years to build an organization of about 97,000 distributors. What I saw here, I could do that in a year. I could do that in a year using what? What I'm about to share with you. Yeah. And we have people in the room here who are already using a part of this, like Rosalind from Ohio. Rosalind in a month recruits over 1,000 people. Yes, I said 1,000. Over 1,000 people. Into this business, not some other business, into this. So it's working. Whether it's social media that you're applying, or I love to talk to people, whether it's a cold calling or warm market, we'll go through all of that here, but I honestly recommend to take notes for great leaders like Janice. If you want this slide for you and your team, yeah, you'll get it. Yeah, and just use that with your team. So the topic is building what? Millionaire organizations through what? Prospecting is the science of getting to pick and choose who to do business with. Don't go out there and do business with every Tom and Dick.
Exactly.
Yeah, people who will give you headache. Yeah. People who download the app and want you to drive over to their home and really do everything for them. Yeah. No, that's not who I'm looking for. Yeah. I'm looking for people who just take some basic initiative. And then I come behind them and say, let's go, let's go. Like Janice did something that was brilliant. She actually handpicked some of our leaders and they visited a restaurant and, you know, she practically showed them how to use the app.
Yeah.
So it's better to actually teach somebody how to fish than to continuously do what? Give them a fish. You know, I'm not that guy. I will not do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move along. So I always stay grounded with this. I'm so bullish that I don't go being desperate. Oh, take a look at this. No. Why? Because I'm grounded in the what?
Facts.
In the facts, not opinions. I don't care what anybody says about this. The numbers are the numbers. Our CEO said it early on that boys and girls lie, numbers don't lie.
Yes.
Men and women lie, but numbers will never lie. I promise you. So these are some of numbers. You can go Google this. I'm not making this up. AI is projected to create what? Millionaires, more millionaires in the next what?
5 years.
Than the internet did over what? 20 years. This is a source. So I'm not making, this is a source. Go pull this up. So you go out there with a lot of confidence. When somebody says, oh, no, I will not join you, I don't go sit down and have a pity party. I don't care. I just have sympathy for them that they don't see what I see. Yeah, which is unfortunate. And then look at what we're talking about. Global gift card market only, ladies and gentlemen. The worldwide gift cards market is expected to reach what? $1.4 trillion. Are you kidding me? And this is a source.
Wow.
These are not opinions. These are the facts. I go with the facts. So if I do a presentation to you, I don't attach emotions to the outcome. Whether you join or not is irrelevant. If you want to be running around, remain poor the rest of your life, that's your problem. It's not mine. But at least I went the extra mile to show you the project on how to capitalize on it. But this is what I really want us to focus on. Who to prospect. Ladies and gentlemen, this one alone. Do everybody but focus on people who have what? WIP. WIP is people who have good work ethic, people who are hungry, not hungry for food, people who are hungry for change.
Yeah.
If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're sitting on a nail and it's hurting bad enough, you need to get up and do something about it. You are hungry. These folks, Rosalind and the husband, with a baby that is less than 6 months old. Are you kidding me? To drive from Ohio to here? If they are not hungry, I don't know what being hungry is. People who come up with all excuses. Oh, I didn't come because I had to walk my dog. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I've had people literally say that. I could not honor your invitation because I forgot telling you that I had to walk my dog. I'm like, wow, this is, and you expect, so don't do business with such people. But this word here is key. It will make or break you.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the foundation of workability.
Yes.
Don't work with people who don't have integrity. I do my team calls. We do the team calls on Sundays. I'm not kidding you. I can pick up my phone. I put up something on my status. I was sharing that with Prophetess Yvonne. And over 20 people responded. I said, make $5,000 to $10,000 every month, free program. My phone was swamped. Guess what? The 6 people that I had here, I picked them out of 20 people who actually reached out. Why? The other 16, I know them very, very well. Yes. I cannot waste time with them. This is my business. Yeah, I don't waste time with those ones. There are people who are out of integrity. I know their past. Yeah. And power, you're working WIP here, power, P stands for power. People who are influential. Yeah. That's why when I saw this the first time, guess one of the first people I called was Pastor Esther. I know she and the husband, Prophet Gonga, they own a church. We've been together. We know each other. They are people, they have all this. They have good work ethic. They are hungry. They have integrity. And they have power. And as we go along, you see that, especially this one. Some of you, you have them on your chicken list and you're so scared to reach out to them. Yeah. But this, I would rather have one person which has a huge influence than the one person who had a meeting with today. Yeah. Do it one person who can reach out to 1 million people who are, they are really hungry and they want it. And I'll show you how to approach it. So people who feel great about themselves, this is one thing that I learned early on in this industry. Money is not attracted to people who are boring. Yeah. I promise you. Always be excited. It doesn't cost you a penny.
Right.
When I started out in this industry, I was trying to be cool, and one of my, I was always sitting there trying to be cool like this university teacher and all that stuff. And one of my early on mentors said, Ian, man, just excitement is a world principle. And if you don't know how to be excited, I'll teach you. And it was very, very simple. He said, when you go out there, don't be boring because nobody is going to listen to you. He said, even if you don't know how to smile, all you need to do is open your lips, put your teeth together like this. And just so, he said, if you just go around like this, people will be like, oh my God, what is, yeah, people will be attracted to you. So just feel great about yourself. We talked about this, have integrity, having credibility. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. Yeah. If I don't trust you, I'm not doing business with you. And this last one is very, very critical. People who are influential, these people are very, very busy. They are hard to catch, but you need to know the approach, and I'll show you the approach, how to approach these people. Yeah. I'll show you how to invite them and get them. That's how I got one of my best friends out here today. He owns a network marketing company. But he trusts me. He likes me. We've done business in the past. When I called him, say, well, I'll just do it because of you. I say, hey, come on down, bro. And when he saw the program, he almost fell out of his seat. Yeah, I knew the program was going to help him. So we're talking about pastors, managers, supervisors, doctors, pharmacists, but some of you have them on your chicken list. You're so scared. You feel that, oh, these titles is what makes them money. Most of these people are broke. Yeah. They'll be so happy that you reach out to them. Yes. They will. And we talked about a good work ethic as well. So here's the thing. Developing and working a solid prospect list, this is key, ladies and gentlemen. One market, these are people you know. Start with even though that's your family is probably one of the most difficult ones you ever work with. But guess what? Use them as your practice ground. Yeah. Use them as the practice ground and then hit the road with the real people. Because that's how it works. Because they will open up to you, you use them as your practice ground, and then you really go out to meet the real players. Cold market, people you don't know will talk about that. This is the best you ever have. You have referrals, whether it's affiliates. This company has actually dumped it down. Man, never seen anything like this. Run campaigns for you and just do the distribution as long as you meet whatever criteria is required. So again, one market, these are people you know. Let's get into this before we proceed. A lot of people are actually mixing it up. Please know this. There are 4 categories of people you will ever meet in this industry as you go around prospecting. And you should not try to shovel. If you mix it up, you're going to miss them. Yeah. Like my friend I invited out here today, he's a shark. These are people who will light up when they hear about money. My guy will light up. When he hears, man, you can make $100 grand a month, say, bro, count me in. I'm going to check it out. But you also have whales. These are people who are motivated by what? That's Pastor Esther Ngonga. She will drive 30 minutes to go show the app to somebody. Yeah. But that's just, so if you are doing the presentation, if you put money first, when I approached her, I said, Pastor, man, I found something that you've always wanted to help people. I found it. This is the only program that I know that will position you to help everyone you've always wanted to help. That's when she had a leaning. If I had started with this, guess what? She would not really listen. But this caught her attention. And then you have the urchins. These are people who are motivated by what? Facts. You better have your facts together. Yeah. These are people who are just sitting in the audience to hear Matthew or Matt or Ian or some other leader just say something, and they've already done all the research. They go through the encyclopedia, they chat GPT to research all the facts. You will meet people like that. And I tell you what, you also have the dolphins, people who are motivated by fun. Honestly, people, you saw what they did here. There are people who invite them, they come out to an environment. If there was no fun involved, count it out. Some people join this industry just because of having these events. If they hear the next event is in Las Vegas, even if they are not making a penny, they jump on an airplane. They are there. They want to just be having what? But they can eventually lead you to a shark or to any of these ones, which is how the industry actually works. This is so key. These three kinds of people, I learned this again early on. This alone is really the heart of this training. You see the word Reds? Reds are people you look up to. All of us here, all of us have, including our co-founder, our CEO, we all have people in our lives that we look up to. Whether they are more than us financially, academically, socially, or whatever it is, but we look up to them. Either if they are an elder, where I come from, you look up to them. And then you have what? The greens. These are your peers. They will constitute the largest percentage of people on your list. This is so good. People you went to school with, you are friends, you're same age group, you are of the same income bracket, the whole 9 yards. These are your greens. And guess what? A lot of people, when they start out, they go after this. This is where your business is, with the exception of this company, that your business cannot go stagnant. Where I came from, before I got here, a lot of people focus on what? The blues. These are people who look up to you. They are accustomed to being told what to do. Yeah. They will do it just because of you. So when people join businesses like this, because, you know, Tom is the one who always stop by to ask for $10 or eat at your home and needs help. Hey, Tom, join this program. But Tom will download the app, never ever use it. And they just downloaded it because they look up to you. They just did it because it's you. Your focus should be your focus should be these ones. Yeah. But if you go through these guys, you can ask to talk to their supervisor or their manager or their pastor. That's how you can actually grow a thriving business. And this is the general pick, or start with the greens, because that's the highest percentage you ever had. These are your peers. These are just examples, not all inclusive. Hey, Tom, I saw this AI-driven cashback platform. Potential is massive. Want in? These are the kind of things I'm setting on my status, and people are responding. Most of them who are responding are people who know me very, very well. This is another example. Exciting AI project making cashback instant. Curious? Let's chat. AI that actually pays you instantly. Yep, this one's too good to ignore. Hit me up. These are text messages, and they will respond, and from that, I'll show you the follow-up. But again, a lot of them will ask you this. Even when you send a text message, this will be the response. What is it? Yeah. Any of you ever had that? Yeah. Yes, they want to know more. Whether you are texting or talking in person, please never, just don't give any, I'll say I hardly give information. What I personally do, which I do, I have a private Zoom line. I say, if you're really serious, let's jump on a Zoom. And I'll just highlight a few things to you. And that's the sorting process. I don't have to waste my time on the phone with you for 3, 4, 5 minutes. No. If they are serious, because that's a litmus test. I want to know if they agree to jump on the Zoom, they've already passed the first test. That they really are open to taking a look at something that can help them financially. So, but what I'll say here is that if you're talking to them on the phone, just say, rather than take up your time on the phone, I would like to send you all the details in a short video. And we have all the short videos. You can send them a short video. But make sure you follow up, because the fortune is actually in the follow-up. Yeah. And this is how to move greens to action. Get them on what? We do them Mondays, Thursdays, and now what? I cannot wait for all these days to be filled up, because this is the magic. Having an overview every day. But here's the secret. Some of you invite to say, oh, we have one on Monday, we have one on Wednesday, and one on Saturday. Come on. If we're promoting the Monday event, make it sound like that will be the last Monday event this company will ever have. Yeah. I tell them, man, you are just so fortunate that this Monday, you know, one of our co-founders, he just happened to agree to do one this Monday. I don't know when the next one is coming up. Get them on a Monday. Yeah. I'm not talking about somebody who's already seen, somebody who's about to see it the first time. Yeah. And then, but don't promote all three at the same time. Always make it sound like it's the what? Last one. And three-way calls, I'll teach you how to do three-way calls very, very effectively. General pick for blues. Blues, ladies and gentlemen, tell them what to do. If somebody who looks up to you, what I do is, hey, Winston is one of he's like my son. So when I got started, I say, hey, Winston, when do you finish work today? He calls me Daddy. So he said, Daddy, I finished today at 4. I said, be over here at 5 o'clock. I'm telling Winston what to do. When Winston came to this country, he lived free of charge under my roof for a long time. So I tell Winston, I'll not go tell him, Winston, I just got started in this business. No. Tell Winston to come over, have something I know it's going to help you. And Winston came over, we went over Winston is a founding circle member, but even though he's not doing something, but he bought tokens for 3,000. I know how that can help him down the line. But I did not go running after Winston. So be at my home this Saturday at 6 p.m. I will introduce you to something what? Yeah, or join into this webinar. Winston, join into this webinar tonight. You're telling the blues what to do. Don't allow them to be the ones telling you what to do. Again, I just said this, just tell them what to do. This is where it really this is where most of you should really pay attention. These are people we look up to. Yeah. These are people we look up to. And I don't have time. I would have actually read the text that I sent to my friend, inviting him out here today. After that, he responded, say, yeah, hey, brother, we can talk. And then I called him up. But it's a text message that I sent. So, but if it's a read, you can say, hey, Pastor, I saw an AI platform that could redefine the way we raise funds through instant cashback at what? At no cost. If they don't respond, leave them alone. Yeah, especially with this work at no cost, leave them alone. Saw an AI project that meets instant cash rewards. The early numbers are very impressive. It's offering a way for churches and ministries to raise funds at what? Again, no cost. I'd love to share how it works with you. There's no pressure. Yeah, there's no pressure with that. I came across a project that is helping churches and ministries raise funds at no cost. You see, I use the no cost intentionally. I thought this might be of interest to you and your organization. And this is how to move all the reds. And I would just want to thank our CEO and our co-founder, all my reds, all the reds that I've had. Matt hasn't said no. And he knows how many reds are brought to him. I mean, people who own their own companies, people who have been CEOs. So when I send that text, if they are open, I literally say, hey, let me not say that here. What the approach, but I can say it. What I actually tell them is, hey, if it's Tom, I say, Tom, honestly, you know you've known me for 10, 15, 12 years, and we've done business in the past together. It just so happened that I came across some of the most brilliant business minds I've ever met. These guys are busy, and like the one I got to this location here today, I told him, hey, they are making a stopover here in Maryland. They'll be here just for 48 hours. They are very, very busy, and their time is limited. If you are open, I can squeeze you in for 30 minutes. I can squeeze, that's FOMO, fear of missing out. I can squeeze you in. They already have a couple of people that they'll be talking to, but I can squeeze you in for 30 minutes. Yep. Who will not want to move to action? And so that's how, but if you have any red, Pastor Esther and I will do that all the time. We'll have one schedule on Sunday the 8th. She made a red. I said, if she's interested in jumping on Zoom, I'm on Zoom. So if you have a Zoom, that's somebody that you look up to, that you are so intimidated to talk to, hey man, set up that Zoom. I'll be right there. I'll do it for you. Yep. Yeah. This industry has treated my wife and I so well. And if, for those of you, honestly, yeah, I will not tell you a lie. Yeah. I will not tell you a lie from, and for those of you who don't know my wife, that's her in a beautiful yellow dress somewhere in the back. No, on a very, very serious note, this is how to actually close the reds. But as I was saying, this industry will treat you beyond your wildest imagination. When you see me, I was never always like this. Yeah, there are people in this room who know me from childhood. I have my elder brother here, Brother Edmond. He knows me when I was a little child. Yeah, I have my brother here, David. These people know me. They know where I live, the cars I drive is all because of this industry. Some of you don't know, I've had 3 free cars through this industry. Wow. And no, don't clap yet, seriously. And if I were lying, Brother Mike, they know. They come over to my house, we hang out. I have an X5 BMW paid off through this industry. I have a Continental Flying Spur Bentley through this industry. An Mercedes 550 paid off through this industry. And I went to school for 17 years and worked very, very hard until I met my first mentor. His name was Dexter Yeager. May his soul rest in peace. When I met Dexter Yeager in 2005, that is what redefined my future. Dexter Yeager, that's a guy who barely made it through high school. Dexter Yeager was making $1.3 million every month. When I heard it and verified that it was true, I lost sleep. I'm like, God, that means I just wasted 17 years and went to school. Yeah. $1.3 million a month, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Yeah, he never saw the 4 walls of college, never went to college. Dexter died about 8 years today, and guess what? That's the beauty of this industry. Dexter's wife, kids, and family, they're still receiving a $1.3 million check every single month. Yes. Wow. Let me tell you what really made it up for me. My background is engineering, so I'm very, very good at numbers. So the first time I sat through his presentation, saw $1.3 million a month. I did the math. And I went home, I told my wife, I said, wow, if this is really true, if this guy is saying $1.3 million a month, and if you work in that IT job, engineering job, or whatever it is, and you're taking home, I make $100K, 100, that's after taxes. After taxes have been taken off, you're taking home $100,000. It will take you 13 years. 13 years to match his 1 month income. I'm like, 13 years. So you work 13 years to make $1.3 million. And you can then do the math, and I projected it that if I have to live for 80, 85, 90 years, man, do you really have to work that hard? There is a better way. Yes. I promise you. There is a better way. And so coal market, honestly, will not dwell so much into this. These are people you don't know. We have expert. Roslyn is an expert in this. You have to learn it. Yeah. Don't just jump into this, because if you don't do it right, they're going to chew you up. But prospecting has everything to do with this comparison, fishing versus what? And hunting. And which is what I started out by saying. I treat this like my personal company. If I own a company, if I want to hire people, I will just not hire everybody. Exactly. Yeah, I'll only hire the people who qualify. So when you go out, when you're out there fishing, you have the bait that's attached, you have the bait to attract the fish to the hook, right? It's right there. If you like the fish, you do what? If you don't like it, you do what? Just throw it back into the water. So you don't pick this fish and say, this fish is so tiny, I pray it should grow much bigger. You're looking at it thinking that it can grow any more. No. Throw it back into the water and just look for another one. And if you keep doing this, you will eventually come across the what? The big fish that you're looking for. But this is what most people do in this industry. Not you. When you go out there, especially in Africa, the animals already know. If they see you appearing with a den gun, the animal is gone. Yeah, it's gone. If you are hunting, as soon as your prey is inside, they know that it's ready, aim, fire. They are gone. And you know, my wife and I would mess it up when we started. That's why you have to learn this whole thing. When we started it out, I'm not kidding you. Literally, communities that we belong to, when we started out, the first 3-4 years, we would walk into a room like this. As people saw us walking towards them, they were like this. They said, this guy's again. Yeah, the name of the company was Five Links. I'm not ashamed to mention Five Links. It treated me very, say, this Five Links guy again, they are gone. Why? Because everybody I met was, have you heard about Five? I was ready to shoot. So they were actually taking off. So a lot of affiliates are hunting while prospecting. As soon as they get someone inside, they are pitching their business. Please don't do it. Strike a conversation and only slot it in when it is appropriate. Don't go around just then telling everybody about a great opportunity. Yes, booster is, but that's not the way to do it. And the easiest, we'll rush through this. Please use third-party tools. If you're not using third-party tools, whatever that is, you are just slowing down your business. And the examples of third-party tools here, you see here, third-party tools is when you're using something else apart from yourself. It could just be a short video. It does a better job than you trying to explain it. Yeah. And you know what is even better is the uniformity. So if I pulled off the merchant video and send it to all of you, and all of you listen to it, is the message exactly the same? It's exactly the same. I promise you, if we stop now and go out and I come in and I go over and start this presentation, it will not be the exact same thing that I was saying. So the third-party tools, they do an excellent job because they explain the exact same thing and in a better way. So we have stickers, QR codes, car door magnets, live Zoom calls, founder calls, and then the recorded calls. Yeah. This one is so, like the car door magnets, please use these ones if you have the opportunity. And here's the thing. Great promoters make the most money in this industry. Those of you who will learn this, just this one alone, I'm talking about promoting events. You know what? I'm still a little embarrassed at the level of attendance at our corporate overviews. Yeah. Because people are not promoting. Yeah. People, if we all promoting, the way, honestly, the way the group that, my direct group, we don't play. You see these ladies, whether it's Pastor Esther, Prophetess Yvonne, Rosalind, they are just, honestly, anyone who is here in the group, you will attest to this. They're just pumping out. We are ready. Get on the call. Get on it. And at times I'll literally go through, and there are about 70, 80 people on the call, and out of 60 of them are from my group. It's not by chance. It's not. It's because of what is called what? We have to promote the events intentionally. Make it as if it's the last event ever. Jump on this call. You know, our co-founder is coming on. He has very, very special information you don't want to miss. Do that over and over and over and over, and watch your income go up. And this will just touch on it, effective picking, but this one in the middle, follow up. You can be sending out a lot of text messages or calling people, and if you don't call back to find out if they watched the video, if they saw your text, it's just a waste of your time. This follow-up is very, very important. And how to do an effective three-way call. An effective three-way call is when you actually have 3 people on the call. You have your expert, your guest, and let's say Valerie is actually my new business partner, and Janice is an expert, and I'm the one who invited Valerie. So if I can do a 3-way call and edify, all I have to do is edify Janice the right way, and then introduce you to Valerie, and then she does the talking on my behalf, because I'm pretty new to the business as well. But that's a very effective way of doing the business. Some of these will actually skip. But this effective follow-up is effective follow-up is very, very key. And this is an example of an effective follow-up. Hi Joe, how is it going? Build the rapport first. Did you have a chance to listen to the overview? Always, if it was a text or a link or a Zoom link, always follow up. And then once the prospect has taken a look at the link, all you need to ask is this. Please don't go asking more than this. What did you like about what you heard, saw, or read? That's it. What did you like? And they'll just allow them to vent. They'll say, oh man, the Sam, that how it's incredible. Allow them to talk. And then from there, you'll be able to deduce if they just want to become a customer, an affiliate, or whatever they want to become. We'll not go over this. 3-way calls, we'll go over this. See, career levels, not today. Okay. From here to the end, pay very close attention. What it takes to succeed. Success isn't about what? It has nothing to do with luck. Is this a good company? Yes, of course it is. Joining a good company doesn't make anyone successful. I can tell you that. It doesn't. There are lots of people who join Booster and sit back and watch people make $500,000 a month. I mean, people with whom you join at the same time, they will just sit back until... So joining a good company is not enough. It's about who decides to inflate all these. And believe it or not, I learned about these 4 tires from our amazing CEO. I use the tires. How well can you operate your car on 2 wheels or on 3 wheels? Normally a car runs well on how many wheels? 4. On 4. Try 2 and see how it's working out for you. Yeah. So I borrowed this from him to put this together. The first one is what? Mindset. And this is so critical, ladies and gentlemen. At times we are our own worst enemies. We don't even believe in what we can do. Yeah. Self-belief is everything. If you believe you can do it, you are right. And if you also believe that you cannot do it, you are also right. Yeah. Self-belief is everything. You have to believe yourself. How much do you believe in Booster? Yeah. That's why I started by talking, I believe in facts, not opinions. People tell, oh yeah, somebody told my wife and I, oh, it looks like something I just saw 4 months ago. It's not. This is Booster. It's not. Yeah, this is Booster. And then you have to believe in this industry. And is our leadership amazing or what?
Yeah.
Let's give them a big round of applause again. Without this, a lot of people quit. Without this, most people quit before the check ever shows up. Yeah, it's so sad. You know, Pastor Esther was pouring her mind here, and it's all a mindset thing. I have people who actually excuse themselves. Nothing wrong with that. It's totally up to them. It's not like we invited somebody to come out to this event today. We've been sending out these invitations about more than a month ago. And it was totally up to the individual to plan accordingly to be here. Yes. And I saw people excuse themselves. I'm rushing to this, to a tribal meeting. And so nothing wrong with that. If you were serious, you would have planned accordingly. Let me show you why I say this. I promise you, when we started this event, and if Matt had come up here and announced that anyone who stays to the end, by the end of this event, he was going to write a check of $10,000. I promise you, nobody was going to exit that door. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. All those country meetings. Yeah. Okay, some people say even $100. So it's right here. Yeah. So they give preference to going to some country meeting where they'll just go and argue and fight, drink, eat, as opposed to learning how you can build wealth for you and your family. That nobody can help with that.
I have something special for everybody who stays now till the end of your speech.
Okay, okay, all right. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. But on a very serious note, ladies and gentlemen, learn to plan accordingly. Yeah, I know we're all busy, but again, invitations were sent out more than a month ago. And if you're really serious about realizing a change, if you're hungry about that, you will plan accordingly. Yeah, you will plan accordingly. So, and the next one you need is what? Which is what we are doing here. This training was about skill set, and it has to do with what? Prospecting, how to invite. Please, I urge you to present. Janice does presentations every week with her team. Yes. Do some. I don't care if you have a team of 5 people or 3 people. You can start presenting. You have to start from somewhere. Yeah. And then learn how to follow up, promote it again. You see why I put this one in all in uppercase? There's a reason. The one who has the most people in the seats is the one who makes the most money. Yeah. It's that easy. Yeah. You don't need to be a whiz kid. You don't need to be smart. The person who will have the most people in the seats is the one who makes the most money. And it says here, affiliate marketing is simple, but skills still what? Matter. Especially when it comes to Booster, where the system is set up in a way that after these distributions, you just have customers, affiliates, merchants placed underneath you. How can you go wrong? You cannot go wrong. And this is the third tire, is what? Yeah. I see people, they get fired up first week, second week, and after the third week or fourth week, they're gone. Yeah, they are silent. This one is a beast. Yeah. They don't teach you, you have to develop this one yourself, consistency. Doing it when you don't even feel like. Right. Let's be honest. How many of us in here, have there been days that you got out of bed and you did not feel like going to work and you still went? Yes. That's consistency. Yes. You're already used to consistency. Why will you not apply it to your own business? Yes. If you apply it, we give 40 hours to somebody else every single week. I promise you, if only give 4 yourself, you give him 4 to somebody. Yeah. and you just get complacent because you're writing you that paycheck. Always remember what I said about Dexter Yeager. $1.3 million in a month, and it's going to take you 13 years to match somebody's 1 month income. That made it for me. I said, wow, I've been pouring my heart to do all this work at this university, and this is all I'm getting. I did the math and projected it. It was going to be tough. So I said, and if the definition of insanity could not get any better, right? You keep doing the exact same things over and over and expecting to have different results. It's amazing how somebody will actually take their paycheck and actually go through it. It's normal. That is what is used to being on the paycheck. Yeah. What else do you expect? Nothing else. So, but if you build consistency into your, daily action, even when you don't feel like, not sometimes. This is the error. This industry, they say, oh, this is a part-time gig, right? How many of you have ever had a part-time job, by show of hands? If you ever had Dr. Pai, if you ever had a part-time job, and let's say part-time in this country is anywhere between 16 to 20 hours a week. Because it's a part-time job, it was supposed to start from 12 noon to 4 p.m., 4 hours. Will you walk in there at 12 and leave at 2 because it's your part-time gig? No. You will still put in how many hours? 4 hours. Please do the exact same thing in your business and watch the magic work for you. Amen. Yeah. I did that, and guess what? I was working, teaching, it was Monday through Friday, right? So I made up my mind. I told my wife, Saturdays. I'm not kidding you. There are literally Saturdays that she had to call, locate where I was doing a home. Back then, it was not like AI that we have all these videos, simplify everything. You had to go over to somebody's home, find links and set up in somebody's home and do a presentation, right, Brother Mike? We were all over the place. There are times my wife would literally call me, say, honey, please, you haven't eaten all day. I'll go out and forget that I had not even eaten. No. Seriously, that's how bad I really wanted it. Yeah. Then she would drive to the location where I was and give me some food. And then I eat and move on. But you have to, and then I did it, man. And after the first 3 years, when I started out, I'll share it. She doesn't like me sharing this. She did not really buy into this industry. She said, hey, man, you've gone to school all these years. You have all these degrees. Just focus on your teaching job. I'm like, you're right. If you know what is going through my mind after I saw Dexter Yeager's check, you would not even tell me that. And then, back then, they used to, 5 Links school, it's not like now that every payment is, like here, it's instant payment, right? 5 Links, they would really literally mail you a check. And my first check, the biggest one was $8,000. So it came, she was not home. I know when she comes back from work, she'll always go to the island in the kitchen. So I opened it up, I placed it where she will walk in and see it, and I was upstairs, and she came, Mama, I said, yeah. When she saw the $8,000, that was it. Yeah. And it never went below that. But it had to take what? Consistency. And this company is insane, for lack of a better word. You see, the fourth tire, most people never inflate. I promise you. Most people never even, they're running all their lives on 3 tires, especially in this industry. It's called what? Leveraging systems. If you don't, you are stuck. I can tell you that. Yeah. And don't be a hypocrite, because I tell you, you cannot sell a service that you yourself, you are not. It's not going to work. Yeah. Yes, that's just how it operates. Yeah. If you want your team to blow up, go to the multiplier, go to the system. It's actually mix and match. Pick whatever you want to pick. Your team will follow suit. So, and system stands for what? Save yourself time, energy, and money. That's what system stands for. So if you're not using systems, you just have your feet nailed to the ground. You cannot move. But if you leverage systems, that is how things will begin to move in your organization. And I say here, honestly, believe me or not, your team is what? They are watching you. Don't tell your team member, have you bought the companion when you don't have the companion? Shame, it doesn't work like that. It's not going to work. Get the companion and teach your team how to do it. They will do what you do and not what you say. They're going to do what you do. So how many services do you have activated in your multiplier? Ask yourself. The company has actually made it very, very basic, light, and all the way. It's so easy for you to go into your organization and see exactly what members have. And that way you can actually easily tell how to hit a career level, right? Because it might just be that you need 2 basics and 3 lights. And then during a team call, you can promote that to your organization and say, hey guys, you can even run internal incentives. Yes. Yeah, we used to do that. You can, which now is even better for me to run those incentives because of what? The app. Yep. I can promise the team that whoever actually is the first 3 to reach this level, meet me at BJ's restaurant on Saturday at 4 p.m. and the meal will be on me. Guess what? I'll be using my shopper app to pay for the meal. And guess what? Yeah, I'm going to get cash back. You have to be ingenious. It's your business. You have to devise all the means on how to make it work for you. And as I earlier said, you cannot sell a service you yourself don't use. It's very, very simple, ladies and gentlemen. Go check it out. The most successful life insurance agents, they have a policy. Yes. They have one. Yeah. It's just by them owning it and using it that they know exactly how it works. And so will be Booster. The most successful Booster Eco affiliates have what? Vibe, VPN, Ignite, Companion, especially this one. It crushes my spirit when somebody doesn't have the power shopper. Yeah. They remain a regular shopper. That's a blue. Because you can tell a blue, a blue will ask you, why do we have to pay this $4.99? That's a blue, $5. That's a blue right there. Don't waste too much time with blues. Yep. Yeah. The people who see the value, boom, they'll actually activate that. So that's, again, hopefully some of these points were useful, that we can live from here. So I also promise, I promise before I actually turn it over to our co-founder and our CEO, I actually promise bringing up one of our top leaders who came in from out of state, Mr. Kevin Rand. Come on up, Kevin, and say.
And I promise one thing, whoever stays till the end of the presentation,
yes, sir.
I'll show some secret.
Okay, yeah.
Guys, so you all got this pen today, correct?
I love it.
Yeah? But one thing that you probably missed, if you open this up and click here,
yes, I saw
it lights up.
Oh, that was good.
That's awesome. So I just want to thank everybody for showing up, and I'm so grateful to be part of this. My whole life I've been part of this industry, and I've never really been successful before. And part of the thing is I've never given up the dream. I've been a part of some other companies before this one, and all of a sudden this is a company that gives me a lot of hope and to be successful. You know, I mean, I don't have a $8,000 check ever, but I see with this company I'm going to get one.
Yeah.
I know a lot of you see the same thing, so I just know that we're in the right time, the right place. For me, luck is always meant through, like Jim Rohn and other philosophers, that preparation when it meets opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lucky person. Other people see, oh, they're just cool. No, they got the right place. But we've prepared for this opportunity, and now we see it, and we are the first people to get the jump start on it, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just grateful, and these are our leaders. Follow them, and this is a master class. You never know. This is an opportunity. This is a presentation that Ian just did that I just came for. I mean, I didn't know. I met people. I've hung out with my cousins on this trip. I mean, there was a lot of other major perks from just showing up to a meeting. You got to come to the meetings.
Yeah.
But you just never know when you're going to be presented, whether it's a sermon, you know, or it's a master class on how to make your life successful with and make some money. And Ian just gave us a master class. I've been around this for 30 years. This is boiled down to the best of the best of the best information.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you so much. Guys, we absolutely need to invite our beautiful Esther here and thank her for organizing this event. Please.
Yes.
Yeah.
You come out here, you know. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And guys, what I would like to do, if everybody agrees here, is this is the first event in Maryland.
Yeah.
Okay? So I never want to close an event without saying when I see you next time, okay?
Yeah.
And what is the goal.
Yeah.
Okay? So we had today here 50 people, about 50 people, correct?
Yeah.
I don't know, I cannot count.
Yes.
About 50
was not
people.
recorded, so I cannot count. You know, and I think the goal should be that next time we have everybody here has 5 to 10 people.
Yeah.
When we start creating amazing events in this area, I know that you're organizing something in Ohio, eh?
Yeah, that's
Or-
March 21st. Yeah, that's Rosalind. Yeah.
Amazing. And
She
thank you
came
so
out
much
to
for
see how this
supporting.
setup was going to look like.
You're really, really amazing. And I would love to meet your little daughter a little bit. She's so so guys, I hope I really see everybody on the next event. And today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That's where you start. Guys, whatever you've seen today, and you go in today and you see, oh, I found a mistake, I found a mistake. We are still in the process, and you're in the middle of development. We are, 10 days away of starting the first marketing campaign. Which means what should be perfect, what is perfect, Booster Ignite, Booster VPN. That's why we start with that. For the Booster Companion, we still have a little bit touches to do, okay? Like Matthew explained, correct? So that's why it's not perfect yet. It's amazing. It's the best tool on the market, but it's not where we want it, correct? Customer reward program is getting there. We today implemented KYC integration. In the next day or two, the authenticator will be removed, so you'll get gift cards in real time and amazing.
Yeah. That's a breakthrough.
Also, one thing that we implemented today that we didn't talk about is in your product suite, okay? You know you have multiplier up to 15 times, okay? But now, let's say you want to buy every month $50 of tokens. You have it now in your, with the 50
Oh, wow.
okay? So we released today 3 packs of $50, $150, and $300, okay? That you can have on a recurring monthly order, but it's on the multiplier. So you're getting 15 times the career points, okay?
Wow.
It has nothing to do with
That's
marketing
amazing.
campaign distribution, so that's you know
Okay.
the packages there are. But for recurring monthly orders, buy every month $50 of tokens, you get 750 career points for just $50 pack, okay?